Beauty brand development from inception to global distribution is what we're talking about. And today we continue our mini series on consumer research and insights. Today, our guest is Valerie. Hi, Valerie. How are you today?
Hi, Kurt. I'm great. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thanks for joining us and sharing your beauty routine with us. I really appreciate that. Um, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is, as Kurt said, Valerie, and I live in San Francisco. And lived here a long time. I am officially retired from the corporate world, but my work is in the community. I'm on several boards that are community organizations, arts organizations, and I commit a lot of my time to them.
So it sounds like you're retired, but you're not sitting around. You're pretty busy. You still
Pretty
run a
busy.
busy life, which is great.
Yes.
Would you mind telling us your age decade so the audience can kind of know we're kind of doing this by decade? So
Sure.
would you mind
I'm
sharing?
in, oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm in my 60s. In fact, I'm at the end of my 60s. I'm 69.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Um, do you have a beauty routine that you practice on a daily basis?
I do.
You do.
I, yeah,
And would you mind taking us through that?
sure.
And if you have the products right there by you, if you don't mind sharing, or you
I
can even
do.
just talk about them.
I do. I
Uh,
have.
okay.
And I always thought I was low maintenance. And I got everything out and I went, oh, there's a lot of stuff here. So, so
You should
here
see
we
my
go.
medicine cabinet. I'm in the industry, and boy, I thought I was low maintenance, but I've got cabinets full of product. Let me tell you.
I know it's crazy. So here's what I do. I'm going to start in the morning and go through the evening.
Perfect.
So in the morning, in the shower, I wash my face, and I've been using this CeraVe for a long time now, actually, and I like it. It was something that my dermatologist used, and I thought it was pretty good. And
Amazing
I
product.
also ever I use a scrub on a regular basis, also, and that's a regular part of my routine. For many, many years, I used Clinique 7 Day Scrub. I've recently sort of switched to the Kate Somerville
Mm.
daily scrub, and then once a week, I skip a day in my daily and I do the more intense Kate Somerville scrub
Oh,
on my face.
you do it all over your face, your neck. You do your décolleté too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
great.
I do. And I've done it for years and years and years.
And so,
Um,
what's the difference between the two? I think that's a good point to share here is the difference between Clinique and the Kate Somerville. What do you mean by it's a little more?
it's interesting because I really have used the Clinique for a million years, but it was funny. I think I went shopping for it. I was out of it, and I went into not my normal shop, but a different shop, and they didn't have this, and they had the Kate Somerville. So, oh, I'll try it. I'd
Okay.
seen something that was good about it, and I thought it. And I always have trouble really seeing the effect of products. I'm never really sure that they're doing anything. And so, but it seemed a little brighter. And the odd thing about it, I started using another product around the same time. And right after I started using them, I got comments from two people about, did you change? Did you do something to your face?
Oh, wow.
And so I thought, oh, maybe that Kate
It is
Somerville
working.
maybe is doing some good. But either way, I think the regular use of a scrub is a good idea.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I will occasionally do is I will take my razor and I'll shave my face
Oh, wow.
as a method for sloughing off
For
stuff.
exfoliation.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's cool. I haven't had anybody say that to me since I was in the buying office at a retailer, and the buyer next to me used to shave her face. Just something you don't hear every day. And,
I
it
know.
is a great way to exfoliate your face.
It is. It's just every now and then I'll do it if I feel like doing it. I have all sorts of little hairs on my face anyway, so it might as well get rid of those. But it is for exfoliation, just a little bit more, a little stronger. And so,
Cool.
I think I've in fact first heard about it at my dermatologist
Oh, wow.
from the assistant who said this is, not a bad thing to do.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. So
Yeah.
glad you shared that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
And
great.
then, as I said, I use once a week. I use the more intense exfoliating treatment from Kate Somerville.
Does it say it's a vitamin C scrub or?
It doesn't, it just says
Yeah.
intensive exfoliating treatment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's what
Both
I
amazing
do.
scrubs. Clinique is generally the number one brand in skincare.
Oh, really?
So they've got a good reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And Kate Somerville is a newer brand, recently sold to Unilever.
Mm,
Also a great brand. I mean, I think just the fact that Unilever bought them says a lot.
right.
And I've
Yeah.
I've been on several clubhouse rooms where she was leading the conversation, or part of the
Oh,
conversation.
interesting.
What a great woman she sounds like.
Oh, wow. That's great. Well, it's always good to, well, she just sold it, but it's good to back women.
Right.
So that's except for the weekly one, that's all in the shower, washing my
Okay.
face and using the scrub and so on.
Okay, great.
And so then I put a couple in the morning. I put a couple of products on before I put my moisturizers on. One is this Clinique All About Eyes serum.
Okay, cool.
And part of the reason I use it, it's this little roller ball is really cool. It's metal, it's like stainless
Oh,
steel.
yeah.
It's very cooling
It's got to be
and
nice and soothing on your skin,
it
especially
feels
after a hot
good.
shower. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels good. And again, I have no idea what it really, if it's really making it, if I didn't use it, what would be different, but I like it. I feel like I'm doing something good for my under eye skin, which is so delicate. So
Yeah.
yeah. And then not that long ago, sometime within oh no, about a year probably, I started using, I found it at Walgreens. This woman at Walgreens said, this is really amazing stuff. It's number 7 booster serum.
Yes.
And it was when I started using this and the Kate Somerville scrub that two people said to me, oh, your skin is looking good. So maybe this is doing something.
Yes.
But recently, I also read somewhere that I could also use my advanced night repair during the day as well. So I may give that a try when I run out of this next, because paring down the number of products might be good too. So I'm going to give that a try and see how it goes when I
Yes.
run out of this. So I put those serums on, and then I put on after I put my serums on, I want to let them rest a little bit. So I then put my body moisturizer on,
Okay.
which is a Cetaphil. I've been using Cetaphil lately and I like it a lot. It's very simple. I've used fancier ones, but the Cetaphil is really good.
Yeah.
And then I put my eye cream on, and right now I'm using a Shiseido, but I've used all kinds of different eye creams from Sisley to, Estee Lauder. I just sort of randomly, I don't know, as long as it's giving me some moisturizer, I feel good.
Yeah.
And so I try different ones. And then my face moisturizer is CeraVe. And I've been using this a long time and I like it. And again, I used to use a fancier, one, but I think this is really, really good. It's non-irritating. I know it does the job. And so I really like it a lot. And I use it morning and night.
Is it if you could describe the texture of it, is it a heavy cream? Do you need a heavy cream, or is your skin really dry, or is it a lighter cream because you don't have dry skin, or you have combination skin?
Combination. And as I've gotten older, my skin, everything has gotten drier as I've gotten older, so that's just a part of the deal. And so this kind of, I would consider this sort of a medium weight, it's not as heavy as some of the, but I like this a lot, and I use it in conjunction at night with serums. And so I think in conjunction with my serums in the morning and night, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
And I like the texture of it. It goes on really nicely, and it seems to do the job really well. But on my combination skin has been the case for a long time. It's just gotten a little less so and a little drier as I've gotten older.
Yeah. Do you find that it's a little too much in the area that you're oily, or
No,
it's just right?
I think so. And some of it I can control by how much of I put on,
Yeah. Yeah.
so as long as I don't, I mean, I probably tend to sometimes, I've tried to back off over moisture, just using just enough and not too much.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I can control that, but it seems to be just right.
Yeah. CeraVe is just amazing. It's such an amazing product. My derm recommends it highly as well.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
it's one of the top, I would say it's one of the top drugstore brands.
Oh, great. Great. I love it. Then what I consider probably the most important thing that I do, and I've been doing for decades, is sunscreen. And I believe in using a separate standalone sunscreen. I don't think that these sunscreens built into moisturizers are enough.
Yeah.
And so for many years, I used the Neutrogena, which is lovely.
Yep.
But then I switched, oh golly, at least 5 years ago, probably, to the La Roche-Posay. And I like it a lot. It's very nice.
Yeah, that's what my derm gives me. He likes it. I like it. It's it's not too greasy. It's not too thick. It's perfect. It's
right.
Sunscreen.
Exactly. So I really think this is super important. And part of the reason I was driven to start doing this when I was young was my grandmother on my father's side, very, very, very wrinkly skin. And my father inherited that. And I looked at that and went, that could be my future. So I thought I better start taking care of my skin now. And sunscreen, was just really critical. And I lived in Southern California in the early part of my life, and it was just really critical. And I put it on every single day, no matter what. Right. No matter if I know I'm not going to go outside, or I know I'm going to, whatever, I still put it on. Because it has to be a habit for me.
Yeah.
For me.
And what's the SPF level on that?
60.
60. Okay, perfect. Good.
Yeah. Then let's see. I should point out right now, I love Vaseline too.
Oh.
A few years ago, I had a terrible problem with really dry and chapped lips.
Uh-huh.
And my cuticles tend to get pretty dry. So I use a lot of Vaseline. I use it on my cuticles. I use it on my lips. I always put it on in the morning and the nighttime. And then anytime I'm feeling, I carry around, I always have a little chapstick or, some kind of lip balm with me, particularly a tinted lip balm during the day. But this plain old Vaseline just is really great. And Aquaphor is my other friend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Aquaphor and Vaseline are just great basic moisturizers for places that get really, really dry. Yeah. I put Aquaphor in my ears.
They get dry. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
They get dry and I just put a little bit in.
Do you find that it interferes with your lipstick or your protective?
Yeah, I can't. Yes, if I've put Vaseline, I need to let the Vaseline, just soak in a little bit, get in there, and then I put my lipstick on after I've put all my makeup on, and so by that time it's good to go.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, because I put the Vaseline on when I'm moisturizing, and
Do
so.
you find that you have to reapply your lipstick more often during the day, or you may not know the difference because you always use it, but.
Yeah,
that's probably a question the audience might have.
I think that's a really good question. I've been in search of the perfect lipstick my whole adult life, I think.
Well, they always change, so
yeah. And then you find one and then they discontinue it. But I've always had trouble with lipsticks, staying really, really well. And so, I'm always reapplying anyway, even before I started using Vaseline. But if I had to choose, I want a little color, but I'd rather, not have chapped lips.
Yeah.
So I remember sitting across the table from my best friend one time, and I kept putting my chapstick on like every 2 minutes. And she finally said, "What is wrong with you?" It was so terrible. It was so uncomfortable. So I think I finally found the way to deal with it. Perfect. So anyway, okay. So then, do you want me to go to my nighttime routine?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so that was morning.